Good evening. Welcome to Tpull's Corner. We've got a cursed recording. Built the entire deck around cursed recording. It's a copy spell. Artifact that when you tap it, you can copy an instant or sorcery. I did that because I earned 2 achievements while playtesting this deck a couple nights ago. So we've already made one video. I'm going to try and release this one because one of the more recent videos I did was an achievements guide. And I've gotten like 46, 47 of the Color Mastery achievements now. And this was the only one where I made some achievements and I didn't actually get a video published about it. Every other achievement that I've earned, I've used a deck. You've seen me use a deck if you've been following this channel. So we're going to lose a couple of cards like this one with the Great Rotation. We might be able to do something else with the deck. I think we just kill that, right? But I just wanted to show you how the deck works before something happens to it, you know, and we can't play with it anymore in its existing form. The rotation's coming too soon for me. I'm never done with all the older cards, playing around with them. Let's see. I think we take some land. We build out our deck. We need double black now, so we'll go ahead and take the double black now. You can do it. There we go. Okay, so Cursed Recording comes up first. Maybe they'll put out something big. I want there to be another creature because I want to do something. I don't want them to get rid of this. I don't want them to be able to do something against artifacts. Oh, they're just returning it. Okay. That's not the worst thing that could happen. Also not the worst thing that could have happened. They can. Whew. That is a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and go get an island. And let's go do something different. 3 damage to you. Okay, we made him spend it. That's fine. We're running them out of ammo. This is all according to plan. This is perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's okay for me to use that. I'm looking to draw a card with the kicker cost. I need to be able to kill the pyromancers. That's just going to be a hell to pay card, right? So that's against another target creature. We got time before we need to worry about having another creature out here. Actually, I think I just do Pyroclasm, don't I? Pyroclasm's the easiest thing to do. Although it's going to hurt me again, right? I'm going to take 1 more damage. Do they have direct damage? That's the question. This is the copy. The copy did not deal me an extra point of damage from Scalding Viper. So that's good. And then I just passed the turn. And now we might be waiting. We might be waiting a little bit. They're going to rebuild. We're going to rebuild. I would like some more land. They got it. Okay. That's okay. We got enough removal. We don't care about that. We'll make them use their Hell to Pay card again. They actually need one more land, right? Because they got to pay the ward cost. So if they don't draw land anytime soon, we may get a good hit or two in. Ooh, nice looking card. Be a shame if something happened to it. How about that? That way they can't use Unearth on it. And we get to see if they have any others of those. That's all target creature stuff. They only had the one copy the entire time. Okay, they've got direct damage. A couple shocks. They've got enough. They've got enough to kill me. I need to find some sort of life gain. Or get to them before they get 3 of their 4 direct damage spells. I also have to worry about some people with haste that they have on their side, but I can take care of at least one for sure. What can we do here? Other spells you've cast this turn. So they can't really double up on that. Not against Tolarian Terror. And you notice it took them so long to get used to the idea that they were going to get punched in the face. It took them so long to get used to that idea. Now they can use Hell to Pay and get rid of Tolarian Terror. Wait, what the... blah, blah, blah. They tried to do excess damage? They tried to do excess damage. They could have gotten it... They could have gotten it for... They could have gotten it for exact. But with Hell to Pay, if you do excess damage, you get a treasure token. They were greedy. They didn't do the math. Or no, wait. X and a red, they would have needed 6 plus 2. They would have needed 8. They just did bad on the math. The X is 5 for the damage, but they still need the 6, the 1 red mana, for the total cost. That may have been game right there. One spell. There's haste. There's the damage. Nope. And the nice thing is we can play this on our own creature, and we've got 2 life gain that they don't know about. So we got this in the bag. I'm very confident now. And this is usually where they scoop. They'll take a few seconds to understand. There's nothing they can do. And then they leave. They didn't even say good game. That's alright. Welcome to Tpull's Corner, everybody. This is Travis. Cursed Recording, it's the name of the card. I made it the name of the deck. I did not get fancy, but we got 2 achievements with this. I'm going to show them to you right now. Color Mastery Blue. Twice as nice. Copy 25 spells over any number of games. That's the name of the game. And then there was another one, which I didn't write down. I think the name of it is called At Any Cost. Is that blue or black? There we go. Black. Pay 200 life as a cost over any number of games. That was also in this deck. So let's show you what we got. Cursed Recording. From Duskmourn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets a time counter on the artifact. Once there are 7 or more time counters on it, you remove those counters, it does 20 damage to you. The benefit, whenever you do cast an instant or spell during your turn, it doesn't have to be during your turn, it can be during their turn, right? But it has to be during that same turn. You copy the spell, you can choose new targets for the copy. Okay, so I've got some creatures that'll work with this, and the rest is instants and sorceries. So we can show you, we got 9 creatures. That's it. I've got Sulkanar the Tainted. I've got 1 copy. He's 5/5. At the beginning of your end step, you get 1 of 4 choices. 1 of them is bad, 3 of them are good. So you summon him, you get to draw a card maybe, have your opponent lose 2 life while you gain 2 life, or deal 3 damage to a target creature or planeswalker. At the end of the 4th turn, there's only 1 choice left for you. Exile the creature, it gets returned under an opponent's control. Now, this is built for commander, so it could be random, right, who it appears for in a commander game. But in this case, my opponent's going to get it. So to guard against this, we have 4 copies of Sawblade Skinripper. 3/2 with Menace. For 2 mana, I can sacrifice another creature and get a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So if I'm about to lose Sulkanar, I can just sacrifice it there. I've got enough removal that I can target it if I need to. I've also got Shifting Grift. So if I want to, I can wait till the 4th turn. Before the end of the turn, before it exiles, if the opponent has a creature I like, I can play the spree cost. That'll pay 2 blue and 2 more for 4 total mana. Exchange control of 2 target creatures. I can take one of their creatures, give them this, and I've used the other 3 items. So when it comes time to go to the end of the step, the current controller of the card has to take that final thing. Sulkanar will be exiled and returned back to my control, because at that point I will be the opponent. So we've got 5 different ways, not counting just killing it with our own removal, to make sure that this does not hurt us. I've built a previous deck around things like this before using Fateful Handoff, but we've had a rotation. Fateful Handoff is no longer available to me. I would have liked to have like Shifting Grift and trade artifacts with Cursed Recording, but I can't time it right so that the 7 counters get on it and then get the damage over to the opponent. It's going to deal the damage to me before I can trade it, because this is sorcery speed stuff. So what I could do is once I get 6 counters on it, I could trade Shifting Grift then, right? So say like I'm up to 5 counters, 5 time counters. I cast a sorcery with Shifting Grift. I get one of my opponent's artifacts. They get this. They can no longer cast an instant or a sorcery for the rest of the match, or they're going to take 20 damage. So maybe if they're like a life gain deck that has a bunch of artifacts, they might still survive. But this is a long shot. You know, I only have 1 copy of Shifting Grift in this deck. The other creatures I have Urabrask, First Strike, 4/4. This we're also going to lose with rotation. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, Urabrask deals 1 damage to target opponent. You get a red. If you do 3 of them, then you get to transform it into the right, and then at the end of the 3rd chapter, Urabrask back on the battlefield as the regular 4/4 creature. Really powerful card. One thing to note, if you tap this and cast a copy, that does not count towards the 3, okay? You can exile Urabrask into the Enchantment Saga. You can activate it only as a sorcery, and only if you've cast 3 or more instant and or sorcery spells this turn. For some reason, when you copy the spell, Doesn't count as cast. So it doesn't meet the qualification. You need to keep 3 instants or sorceries if you want to transform Urbrask. Just so you know. I tested it, verified. We also have Tellurian Terror. Costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. We have so many instants and sorceries, I felt this was a good card to add. Usually you see this in a mono blue deck that's heavy counter spells with a Haughty Djinn and that kind of thing. It works well in here as well. So those are the creatures. To help out with Cursed Recording, we have Rona's Vortex. We can pay the kicker cost, throw something on the bottom of the owner's library. Some removal stuff, we got Stab for -2/-2. We got Moment of Craving, that's -2 plus you gain 2 life. We have Collective Nightmare, which is another minus spell. It's -3/-3. We could actually get it cheaper if we were willing to pay the Convoke cost. We've got the Shifting Grift, of course. We got Go for the Throat, Long Goodbye, Sheoldred's Edict. We're going to be losing some of these. We've got 3 for destroying, because with Final Fantasy out, there's a lot of artifacts, more than ever before. We got Fires of Victory that we can kick for a draw card. The one cool thing is, if we have Cursed Recording, we tap it. We then pay the kicker cost for Fires of Victory. We draw 2 cards. Pyroclasm, take out a bunch of 1/1s or 2/2s. Spin Out can destroy vehicles as well as creatures. Hero's Downfall can destroy planeswalkers as well as creatures. And Consumed by Greed makes them sacrifice. And Blood Out makes them sacrifice. And this could be creature or planeswalker of greatest mana value, whereas Consumed by Greed is creature with the greatest power. And we also have the End, which can exile creature or planeswalker. And we get to go get the multiple copies throughout their graveyard hand or library. And that's all interaction. So because I've been making so many decks for the past couple of years that have like 8 pieces of interaction and 7 cards of removal and 5 cards of removal. I got a lot of removal in here to keep just to maximize the ability of this, just to double up. And you figure if we got a lot of removal and we double that removal at a certain point in the match, we should be able to survive, right? We will see. The other card that's going to go away that I paired with this is Render Inert. Remove up to 5 counters from target permanent, then you draw a card. This card, if you're playing blue at all, this is good to include anyway right now. Landfall is very popular. You can remove 5 counters from a landfall target. You can remove 5 counters from a planeswalker and kill it. If you play it on Cursed Recording, say I got 5 counters and I'm worried about getting 20 damage soon, I can play this, remove 5 of those time counters from Cursed Recording. I can copy the spell, and I'm going to draw 2 cards from the one spell. What else do we have? We have 1 Restless Reef, 4/4 Black Shark with Death Touch that can mill target player for 4 lands. And we have 1 Restless Spire that can turn into a 2/1, and whenever it attacks, you scry 1. That's... If you don't have those 2 achievements, I don't know, we're going to have the rotation immediately. And Aether Hub is on the fritz today, so I haven't been able to create any deck list yet. But once I do, I will take this deck list, I will add it to the video I already put out, the Guide to Earning Achievements. And as I said in that video, even though we're losing some cards, you might still be able to make a viable deck out of this. You might still be able to get one or both of those achievements. But the cool thing is I was already able to demonstrate the deck. So Arena can make me lose, Arena can land starve me, Arena can put me against a landfall deck and kill me in 2 or 3 turns. Arena can make sure that Cursed Recording never shows up again for the rest of the matches, no matter how long or how short I make this session. We demonstrated the deck already. Let's go ahead and keep our mana open in case they have something really bad up front. Angels. I do like that card. That's the card we want. I'm going to have to keep using my removal, though. I won't have the kicker for that. Wanted red land, but oh well. Pyroclasm. Do we keep that? No. They might have some cheap stuff. It's true. But I really want to get to that red land. That's where the force multiplier in this deck is. And that's my aim. That's my goal with this deck. I can do all sorts of things differently with other decks. They can double block that, but I don't think they will. You will? You're gonna let me kill the Healer's Hawk? Seriously? No, wait. Prevent all non-combat damage to others. But this is combat damage. Get that right. Okay. We kill the Healer Hawk. Let's end the turn. I don't know why they would get rid of that card so quickly. Why are they afraid of taking 3 points of damage? They have Hexproof, so I can't use Sheoldred's Edict on them. But I missed my land drop. I need red. Too much light. It's nighttime. I'm about ready for bed. I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to do. You have Hexproof again. They can trade off here. Let's see if they do want to trade off. I'm willing to make that trade. It would be nice to get a red land. Someday. It's okay. Arena will cheat us out of this. It's fine. We showed it to you already. Every now and then I put together a concept deck like this, and I have 4 copies of the card in the deck, and I'll go and I'll try and put something together about it, and just nothing happens. Let's see. That's going to go to the bottom of the deck. They can't have hexproof. Let's 2 and 3. I think I want to specifically target this one. We're running low on ammo. The worst thing really is if I run through all of my removal and then finally I get a cursed recording and then I'm drawing nothing but lands and cursed recordings. I have had matches where I do that. But that's reverse order. My opponent has playing blue, so you got to give them some time to think. They just drew an extra card. It's fine. Ooh, bingo. Now we're playing with power. You can gain as much life as you want. We just don't care. They're going in for a quick hit. It's gonna hurt. Exile. Greatest mana value. Greatest mana value. Boombreaker has to go first. Then they've got... Oh, that one goes next. You know what? In case they draw a creature... Let's wait. No. Neener, neener, neener. Oink, oink, oink. Alright, now we're ready for a creature. Life is good. You're so good to me, Arena, today. What is up with that? It's because they chose the name Louis Vuitton, isn't it? It's a pun name. You don't like punny names, do you? Do you, Arena? Okay, 10-turn clock just started. Opponent is flooding out with land. A second Cursed Recording. We actually like that at this point. Aw. Hey, we gained a life. We're gaining on him. I don't feel like I need to place the lands down right now. I only have the one Fires of Victory, though, so hand size doesn't matter. I don't really need to keep it either, do I? Alright. I usually have more than one copy of Fires of Victory, but I tried really hard to get a big representative sample of stuff. This gives me an excuse to double things. And I get to gain 4 life now. Life is good. No way. I don't think I'm going to use all these. Hey, well, maybe I will. We did one already, right? Yeah, that one. Boom and boom. Now we're about ready to do Render Inert. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Render Inert on that one. Yes. We're sure we want to target our own stuff. Trigger, 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 trigger. Remove them from this one. Remove time counters. Get a card draw. Remove time counters. Get a card draw. Remove time counters. Get a card draw. Life is good. Black, why not? Now we wait and see if they cast another creature. Ooh. I don't think we want to keep that enchantment around. Thank you very much. Alright, we got another creature. This is good. Do they have 4 of those? Ooh, they have a Planeswalker. Sweet. Let's see, what can I do?
Hope will never falter.
That's only one. That's not the Elspeth that can do more than one.
Light will outlast you.
That's less than 3, right? But I need to do something to this. That's target creature only. Pass the turn. We want to wait for them to create another one. I'm going to take my creature. I need something that's good against planeswalkers, or I'm actually going to be in trouble again.
Ready arms.
Nope. Okay, I guess we thin out our deck. One, two, three. One. Trigger, 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 trigger. Two. Three. Life is good. We sacrificed one of the lands, so that gives us a point of damage.
Shoot peace.
And you're gonna have to create a okay. Okay.
We fight together.
We still got plenty of ammo. They're not saving up anything. Maybe they don't feel they can. They got 24 life points. Let's see, that's 2, right? So this is usually when they scoop. Oops. Nope. Hang on. I want to go to next. I want to go to combat. Put down Restless Spire. That will now let me scry through my deck. Oh, this is lovely. Perfect. Really? 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 They're just going to take it? End the turn. 3 damage to the creature. Didn't even have to use a spell. I was going to say good game. They left too fast. And so that shows you when we have a lot of cursed recordings out, there are very few decks that can keep up with that once you have 3 cursed recordings out. I can basically kill a minimum of 3 creatures every turn at that point. And depending on the card I have, I could take out 3 planeswalkers in one shot. Okay, we won last time. So, landfall. Let's see how we do. Landfall has been the most common thing that I have faced in Arena ever since Final Fantasy came out. Up to 3 already. They tapped out for that. Let's gain my life back. So technically we're winning, right? Because I've got 1 additional life point. We've got Render Inert in case they put a lot of counters on stuff. This is good. They usually don't want to play their Evolving Wilds until they already have something to trigger a landfall. So we want 2 red. We can put out a creature now. Perfect. Is this the one? If you can pull 4 more birds. Okay. Search for a bird or land. Okay. If I do this, I can kick this and get a card draw out of it. They can play lands, though. They have a land ready. Oh, they have Fabled Passage ready. Look at you. So much land. You gonna have a fight spell now, too? They are just firing on all cylinders, aren't they? Sacrifice it. I'm starting to feel good today. They pull the land right off the top. Let's have some fun, shall we? Remove your counters. Die. Say hello to my Tolarian terror. Okay, I'm out of removal. I'm out of ammo. That is the wrong place for them to be able to do that. Oh, this never happens to landfall. This is a glorious day right here. What can you do? I can cycle. I can create a 2/2 bird. Oh, okay. It's late at night. I've already put out a video for the day. This is going to be a second bonus video, so I apologize. This is going to be short, but I got to go to work tomorrow. So you're going to have to settle for 3 wins in a row with a deck that's not going to work tomorrow because of the rotation. You could try it in Historic. What you might want to do, Render Inert's kind of fun, but there might be another draw card spell that you might want to put in there that might be blue or something like that. Urbrask and Sulkanar will go away, right? You can. I think you could still have a very good deck by just choosing different removal spells and different draw card spells and a couple of good other creatures. And I think this would tool around it just fine. And if you want to see me do it, go ahead and leave a comment specifically, and I won't delete it. And I'll go ahead and say, oh, I like that deck. You know, I'm not very good with deck building or whatever. I'm very new. Can you just go ahead and redo it yourself, and then we'll copy your deck list, Travis. I will do that if you ask me to. Just leave a comment. As always, we ask you to like and subscribe. This, as soon as EtherHub starts working again, I will edit the previous post I made that shows the achievements guide. I will add this in there with the link to the deck list so that you can copy it and have the original at least. And then if you want to go in and change it yourself, you can, to keep up with modern. And that whole guide will still be valid in terms of giving you a lot of good ideas for concept decks in case there's an achievement you haven't gotten yet that you want to earn. So thank you for coming along, everybody, for the ride. Have a good one. I'll catch you next time.